Hello and welcome to Rockies Recap, a part of the Rockies Now podcast network. I'm your host, Steven. What a terrible game. Ooh, uh, as Tom texted me right after the game, if it was somebody that didn't have what's the word? Good, I don't know, good if they weren't in a good mood, you would want to throw something. That's what it feels like right now. Um, Again, bad game. I mean, started out as a good game, as you can see on the box score here. The Rockies, they got to a 5-0 lead at the first inning, and it really looked good. The offense looked amazing, and Tovar got a leadoff double. And then McMahon, he had 3 hits tonight, and then the Rockies, they eventually got on base. They got some scoring in there, and of course Montero. The Rockies nearly batted around in the first inning, and Jordan Beck, he got his first knock, and he got 2 knocks tonight, so that was good. But other than that, the offense was not good tonight. It was against a pitching staff that, frankly, hasn't done well this year. A bunch of their players have been impacted by injuries or either done for the season. So again, it was a night where the Rockies, they had to capitalize, and I think the Rockies had a really good opportunity to win tonight. This is again, it's bad. This was just horrible, and the bullpen needs to be addressed because this cannot happen at all. Like, period. This should have never happened. The Rockies should have won this game 5-0. The worst thing that would should have happened is Ryan Feltner gives up a run. Fine, that's it. We win the game 5-1. Excellent game for the Rockies. Instead, the Rockies allow 5 runners to score to tie the game, send the game to extras. The Rockies get a run, great. In the top of the 10th, great. Even if we win, it's still going to be a poor win. I mean, you're still talking about probably the worst win of the season, regardless if the Rockies won this game, which they didn't, and they blow this game 7-6. It's just like, again, like if somebody didn't have self control, you would want to break something, and it just, yeah, as frustrating as it is, it's just a game, but still, something needs to be addressed. The bullpen needs to be addressed. And it's just like you lost to the worst team in the National League. And again, it goes to show you that both the Rockies and Marlins, they're both horrible. They're the worst teams in baseball, arguably. And it just, games like this sucks the life out of you as a fan because it's just like you don't want to watch another baseball game, right? Of the rest of the year. You just want to go in bed, forget everything about this game. But yeah, it was just one of those games, and it's just like, man, you just want to forget everything about what happened today. But I mean, again, it's great to see Jordan Beck get his first 2 knocks there. McMahon, he's staying hot. And Montero got his home run. That was great. And Ryan Feltner, hats off to him for having, probably the best start of his career. 8 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 strikeouts. I mean, he was on his game, and I don't, I know a lot of people are frustrated with, Bud Black as the manager, but honestly, he wasn't. Bud Black didn't do anything wrong, in my opinion, in this game necessarily in terms of Ryan Feltner. Ryan Feltner, his pitch count was, I believe, going to the ninth inning was in the 80s, which is still good. As long as you're not, above 90 or 100, you're good to go for that inning, and especially in terms of going for the complete game. I think it was fine. I think it was fine. I was okay with it. But once Ryan Feltner gave up those couple knocks, then I was like, okay, time to take him out, bring in J Law, and J Law didn't help much either, and things just fell apart. Luis Ariz, who had been cold all night, he finally got some knocks, and you can't keep what's the phrase? You can't keep a dead man down or something like that. So, Ariz, he's just one of those guys, and he uses his entire body to get to that ball, and he'll get base hits all day long. I mean, the guy was hitting 400 at one point last year. So it just, on top of it was one thing on top of another, and it just, and the Marlins, I feel like they had multiple opportunities, especially late in the game, to take the lead. Well, especially in the extra innings. I think De La Cruz, right before the walk off, he hit what looked like a moonshot. It went off the wall, I think, and I thought Beck had an opportunity to maybe jump up and catch it, which could have definitely, I think, would have been out number 2 or something, but again, folks, we're not going to be long. So yeah, frustrating night for Justin Lawrence. His season has not gone well. Jalen Beeks pitched okay until that last inning there in the 10th, But yeah, I mean, this is a game that easily 100% the Rockies should have won. Easily. I mean, again, they were 3 outs away from a complete game shutout by Ryan Feltner. And I'm not going to blame it on Ryan Feltner. I think he was fantastic tonight. It's just that the bullpen, they've had struggles of locking down these games, and it's got to stop. Like something needs to be addressed, whether they need to assign the closer role to somebody else like Nick Mears or, somebody. Somebody needs to take a step up. And right now, it's very, very disappointing because the Rockies, they've had multiple games so far this year that they definitely could have won. I mean, the home opener, I mean, we all know how I was feeling, how Tom and I were feeling on that game. The Rockies were up, was it 4 or 5 runs in that inning, and they blow it. They lose the lead, and then of course they get the walk-off grand slam. But this has got to stop. So there needs to be something that needs to be changed in terms of the bullpen. They just need to do something to assign a new closer or something, because right now it's not working. And right now I just don't feel like J Law has that confidence yet. I mean, J Law, he made a few good pitches, but again, his movement can sometimes be deadly to the point where it actually hurts you. Like tonight, he made a pretty nasty pitch. It made a lot of movement, but it hit the guy in the leg, I think, or something like that. It hit the guy in the batter's box, and it's just like, are you kidding me? So um, yeah, again, all around frustrating game. And I'm not going to keep you guys here any longer, as tonight is just one of those nights that you really don't have much to say. Really, there's not much to say, especially after a loss like tonight. It just again, you want to move on and forget about what happened today. So Marlins win 7-6. Again, it hurts to say that because the Marlins, they're arguably the worst team in baseball, but Rockies are right there too. So both these teams are really, really bad. So yeah, again, make sure you're staying tuned for the Rockies now on Twitter, Instagram, everything like that. And I think tomorrow we're going to have game 2 recap. Of course, earlier tonight we put out on our Instagram story that we're considering doing Rockies recaps after every single series instead of game. So instead of every single night, because sometimes our schedule are pretty, especially my schedule, because I have to do everything with the social media and the graphics and everything, to where I have to like literally do a bunch of stuff at the same time, and sometimes it's very frantic, very very difficult. But again, I thank you guys for your support and all your comments. They've been great. So but yeah, that's something worth thinking about. But again, we might still just use this format now and then, like tonight. Like originally, I was like, I don't know if I want to go live tonight, because it's just like, again, you just don't want to talk. You don't want to talk about it. You just want to sit down, watch a movie, or just go outside, yell in the streets or something. But yeah, it's just bad game. But hey, at least Jordan Beck did well in his debut, and I thought I think it was at his second at bat, he hit a long fly ball to right field. I thought that had a chance to get out, but no. Anyway, folks, that'll do it for tonight's Rockies recap. Again, thank you for tuning in wherever you're at, whether you're on YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter. Hope you have a great night, everyone. Stay tuned for tomorrow's Rockies recap. I forget what time is tomorrow's game. Let me look that up. Um, I want to say it's in the morning. I need to double check here. 1 second here. Okay, tomorrow's game is at 4:40, so same time. So again, expect the recap to be right around the same time, maybe a little bit later, depending on what happens tomorrow after the game. But folks, have a great night, and as always, go Rockies.